my experience with lots of tree planting projects before is it's a bit of plant and forget. So there's the money there to plant the tree, but then after that, there's no money to look after the tree. And actually that first 5 years is so important to make sure that the tree survives. But then carbon projects and carbon financing can provide that benefit long after just planting a tree.
Climate finance actually plays that link where they're actually connecting agroforestry projects to the communities and that impact that we create. Finance always bridges that gap, and it's a long process, and I think partners like climate impact partners actually understand that process that it takes and the complexity of doing that, because there's so many varied steps to attaining that impact.
We're halfway through our pilot project where we're doing 600,000 trees. We've done about 300,000 so far to date, which is really exciting. We began to work with Haritika, the NGO, since October 2021. They have a specialism in this space. They've been around for a few decades now, specializing in water and also tree planting.
पेड़ लगाना बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है और इसी कारण से हम लोगों ने ये परियोजना स्टार्ट की है और हमें लगता है कि इसका फल मीठा ही होगा। तो ये 4 जिलों में मध्य प्रदेश और उत्तर प्रदेश के 1 करोड़ 16 लाख पौधे हम लोगों को लगाने हैं और ये बहुत बड़ा प्रोग्राम है। क्लाइमेट इम्पैक्ट पार्टनर्स को मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ कि उनने अपने बजट से इस प्रोग्राम को जो पायलट फेज़ है वो सपोर्ट किया।
इसके बारे में सर आए थे, उन्होंने बताया कि कोई हरितिका कंपनी है, वो पेड़ पौधे लगाते हैं, इससे ऑक्सीजन मिलेगी आपके गांव के लिए और वातावरण बहुत अच्छा रहेगा। इसलिए हमने उनको बुलाया और सर ने हमारा सहयोग किया, वो आकर के हमारे गांव के लिए बहुत बड़ा काम कर दिया उन्होंने।
जैसे अमरूद है, आम है, इनके साइज छोटे हैं जरूर हैं, लेकिन ये दोहरा लाभ दे रहे हैं। वातावरण शुद्ध करने भी मदद करेंगे और हमको पालेंगे पोसेंगे भी।
आम के समय में आम लगेगा तो आम से भी हमें बाजार में बिक्री होगी और खाने के लिए भी उपयुक्त होगा, बहुत सारा फायदा मिलेगा।
पौधा यूँ लगा रहे कि मतलब थोड़े 2-3 साल अपन सेवा कर लेंगे, उसके बाद फल आएगा तो बाल बच्चे भी खाएंगे और हम लोग भी थोड़ा मतलब बढ़िया लगेगा। बगीचा लगा है बढ़िया और बाहर भी अपन बेच भी सकते हैं, बाल बच्चे भी खा सकते हैं।
The difference here is that we've got a lot of community engagement. We're working with the community on community land, and this enables us to bring everyone together to hopefully allow the forests to thrive.
And it's a lot of work. You know, we've built a series of different water structures, so that's quite big dams or check dams or ponds as well. But then as part of this tree planting project here, there's fencing, there's pit digging, there's fertilizer application, there's the planting and the transportation of those plants. So there's a whole mix of things to start with.
The project in which we're embarking on is really of a large scale, and we have really ambitious and capable partners. But it is about ensuring that we can actually roll out a program, and the pilot actually helps us see exactly that. What are we doing well? What are we not? And how do we consistently improve things?
In 50 years' time, in 40 years' time, the generations will come will be asking, why didn't we do more? And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do more as quickly as we can in the right way, so we deliver quality, and I think that's incredibly important. But we're also trying to do it in a way that we can scale it, because the task ahead is huge. So actually finding partnerships like this that we can continue to grow that partnership is really important.
Thinking about the amount of fruit that the trees that we're planting is actually going to give to the farmers that are participating in 3 to 5 years, and the amount of income that that would help generate, just made that actually much more tangible. It brought it home that yes, what we're doing is important from a planetary standpoint, but actually the ability to also impact livelihoods today and in the near distant future, I think that actually makes us even more special.
Carbon financing is all about providing that upfront capital. So that might be to plant trees, or it might be to provide cook stoves, or whatever it might be for that particular project, as well as that long-term financing in order to make sure that the project's a success. So that might be funding training programs for farmers or for individuals. That might be looking after the trees and providing irrigation and fencing and all those sorts of things. And so in return for all of that, carbon financing then asks the landowner, which is either community groups often or private landowners, to effectively allow us to claim carbon from that project.
We had a lot of projects that we discussed and how we could do it and the best of methodologies to put in and which standard to take and how do we make an impact on the community. So all of it just slowly now unraveling into this part, and this is just phase one of it.
And you can really picture what this landscape would look like in 15 to 20 years time, and it will change the landscape for the better. These are all native species. They will provide livelihoods and income for individual farmers and the communities, and there's so much to look forward to about this project.